Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Way Back Wednesday Gaming. I know it's Thursday, but I was sick, so it's happening on Thursday. Yeah, so you have to excuse, you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm a little under the weather. Been sick with some crud or something, but anyway, unfortunately no friends are able to really join me today, so it'll just be me. But we're going to look at a Super Nintendo game. It was in that SNES 16 I did the other week. And there was a few games in there. I actually had it on my list of games to run through. So I figured why not do one of them. And today's game is going to be Pilot Wings. Which, if you're not familiar with it, it's a pretty fun yet challenging game. With some pretty awesome elevator style music. So yeah, the whole thing is you're just getting your license to fly and everything. So you go into lesson 1, and there's 8 lessons, and each one has different things to do. So this one's just very basic: landing an airplane and skydiving. So you have the 2 things to do. That shows you the map. The maps do change. So you can do skydiving or the plane. We'll go ahead and just get this done. Every time you come up to one, it tells you what you got to do. Follow the green glide path, land on the runway. Tells you the controls if you need them. Tells you the scoring possibilities. That's the max you can get. Otherwise, we start. So yeah, this one's fairly simple. You just gotta keep the plane straight and hit these green orbs and land it. The game runs pretty well. Like, for what the game is, like the physics engine and stuff is kind of interesting and good. Like, it is kind of finicky and all that. What's up, Doom Ranger? Like, if you've never played this game, it can be very finicky in terms of getting things done, especially landing the planes. Like, once you start having a turn, it gets crazy. So yeah, perfect score. That one's easy to get, though. They become very, very more difficult. So now I just need 20 points in skydiving. So again, you know, lean forward, lean back, open parachute, all fun stuff. So yeah, that's the target where you want to land. And they just pull you up on a rope. You know, they don't fly a plane up in the sky. You just hang on a rope for dear life. At least you have a parachute if you fall early. So yeah, you'll have to excuse some random coughs and whatnot. Like I said, I'm getting over being sick. So yeah, this one, you just kind of tilt forward and backwards to maneuver yourself. You want to get through the rings. Like I said, they do start getting a lot harder. So yeah, there's those 3 rings. Now I just need to land over there. But of course, with a parachute, it's hard to... You start going forward and not as down as much, so you really gotta time it. And this is probably one of the harder things of the game, is just getting the parachute landings well. I think I'm a little too far out. No, maybe not. There we go, that was pretty good. If you come in too fast, then you don't get a good landing and you'll fall on your back. So yeah, that's the first lesson. That's the easy lesson. Like, most people play this and be that done. There's a continue code. It's one for each lesson. So now we have 3 objectives. I skipped everything, but yeah, but now we got the rocket belt added in. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's have some fun. So this one we gotta fly through 3 rings and then get all that. All sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, now you're on a rocket belt. It's like, why hasn't this been around before? So now here comes the fun part though. So you can go in the center for landing there and just get points, or you can try and land on this moving platform, which gives bonus stuff. Whoop. It can be very hard to get though. And if you don't land on it, you lose, like you just fail the entire lesson too. There we go. Right near the edge. But yeah, landing there gives you the bonus game. But yeah, you're supposed to mash your button and land on these things and whatnot. So yeah, that's the fun little bonus game. Apparently, if you mash quick enough, like if you turn the turbo on, you can infinitely fly in that bonus game. It's an old little like cheat type thing I remember reading. They say just turn the turbo on or something and set it down, and you can just fly around the world. Like it'll actually loop back to that section. So yeah, more flying. This time we gotta go through the 3 rings and then land on the runway. Of course, now you gotta start turning, and that's where this shit gets crazy. Because to land, you have to be perfectly straight, otherwise you get fucked up. It can be hard to line up your plane too. And they say that landing was okay, but that was pretty rough if you were actually in the plane. Yeah. Hey, yeah, they grade on all sorts of different things, so 18 points for skydiving. So yeah, and you know, this was, like I said, this was in that Super SNES 16 race I did the other week. If you caught that, it was a race where you played 16 different games to certain points, and this one you only played to the end of this lesson. So once I finished this, I quit out and went to the next game, but I'm gonna keep playing this though. Because to me, around lesson 4 is when it really starts getting difficult. And there's also, if you're not familiar with the game, there's a fun little surprise waiting for you at 2 different points. Like, you know, that I don't know if it was in the instructions or anything. But yeah, it's if you just like played this game and didn't read anything about it, it's not something you'd expect to happen. So I'm gonna leave it unsaid until that point. But I believe you get one after lesson 4, and then another one after the 8th lesson, the final lesson. Oh, that's too much. Yeah. Yeah, I came in too fast, so I fell down. So my landing's not going to be good, but still got 50 points, enough to pass. Music in this game, though, it's like elevator music, but it's great. Oh yeah, the hang glider. So yeah, let's try some hang gliding. Ride the thermal current to 500 feet and then land. Alright then. So yeah, we just gotta hit the thermal current to get up in the sky higher, and then we gotta land. Whee! And I didn't hit any controls until after it started diving again, and I turned. So now I gotta land over there. So yeah, this is where the hard part of the game comes in, is just judging altitude and speed and everything. It's like, because you know, you don't want to come in too quick, you don't want to come in too slow, you know. Hey, there we go. I'll take it. It's not the best, but I'll take it. Wonderful. Alright, so let's do the plane. Take off, fly through the rings, and land. So yeah, now we gotta take off. You know, they're starting to give us more chores and responsibility to do as far as this all goes. You see, you do have your, at the top, you have your speed you can control. Typically, I just keep it mostly maxed or close to it. But next is at 75 feet altitude. Yay. These are some low altitude rings. Yeah, see, they start throwing a lot more at you now. Down all these different rings. Can't climb too quick or you'll stall, so you gotta make sure you're doing alright, and then missed that one. Yeah, they're somewhat generous with the rings, but so now I gotta land. Which I am way off target for, but hey, I landed. It is very difficult to get these landings straight. Not bad. 62 points. Let's go. Rocket belt. Touch the green bar-shaped beams and land on the target over the water. Alright then. So yeah, rocket belt's probably one of the easiest ones outside of landing on like the special stuff. And it is kind of hard, especially landing though, because like you keep your forward momentum. So like if you stop moving forward, like I'm still moving to that side, as you see as I'm turning. So it's one thing they got right as far as the physics go, but it also makes it very difficult. Alright, so now I just need to land. I'm just gonna go with the small one instead of the moving one, because this is hard enough anyway. There's also wind. There we go. Yeah, only 5 points for max. So yeah, that's that lesson done. So now we go to silver.